I made it. I made it back.
Yes! Welcome
I got a
to
breath.
another Poor Choices stream. This week we're looking at 90 Day Fiance. I'm Extra Girl. This is Tugs. I've already drank like a lot of wine. Tugs is catching up. She got a glass of wine. What kind of wine did you get?
Oh, I have Apothic Inferno. It's a red something blended in or aged in whiskey barrels. It's pretty good.
Ooh. Oh, you did tell me that you had a couple wines that were aged in some bourbon barrels.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, that just sounds so good.
They're good. They're good. And the Apothic is cheap. Like, it's not too expensive. I think it was like $10. Like, if you're looking for a cheaper one. Some bottles, I will warn you though, some bottles are like, that's whiskey. And other bottles are not too bad.
Does it taste good, the whiskey wine mix?
Yeah, it tastes really good. For the most part, all of the ones that I've had, for the most part, have had whatever red wine it was. Usually it's a blend. So it tastes like red wine, and then you get like that hint of that bourbon, that smoky or whatever the whiskey, whatever that flavor is that I don't know the name for it, but so you have like, it's just a hint of it. It's nice. It's nice. But some bottles can be a little bit stronger than others.
Yep. Frank says a good poor choice. Yeah, thank you. I am just a little schmammered. I blame my Twitch chat. Mostly Tara. Tara is on a terror of
I know
drinking.
terrible.
So you know what? Whatever. It's fine. I think that, I make poor choices on the Poor Choices stream. It's great. It's absolutely wonderful.
Look, depending on the red wine, okay? Yes, they're red, but sometimes it's a Cabernet and sometimes it's a Merlot and sometimes, you know what? Whatever.
Dang. Before we get into actual reality channel stuff, Cajun Corey Rourke for 999 says, got Elden Ring for PS5 this week. Learned from y'all's stream what not to do. Wow.
What? We did pretty well. Thank you very much.
Scream and run, because that's pretty much what I do.
All I do, yeah.
Cheers, X-Ray, and hugs for awesome Tugs. Go Poor Choices. Thank you. We also have one from Chui. It still kills me that you changed your name to Chui on
because everybody was calling him
Ramiro. Is it Ringcoin? I don't know actually how to say your last name, so maybe that's probably why you changed your name to Chui. For $5, says, 2 of the hottest ladies of G&G are streaming, and guess who made a poor choice last night? Me, as I chatted with a certain adult star on IG yesterday. Oh, did you slide into
I love how Chewy is constantly in the DMs and he actually gets responses. Like, what is your secret? How do I do that? I have Henry Cavill's DMs to slide into, okay?
I feel like you just need to do it. Just get the female cojones that you have and just slide right in there. Anyways, hi chat. What's up? Oh my god, I forgot about this. Any updates on the Spicy Disaster t-shirt? I have mentioned it to a couple of female friends of mine who don't watch the stream. I'm gonna just take a picture. You Front Porch Conservative, if you really, really, really want this, we will work on this. We will work on this. I forgot about this, but now that you mentioned it, I'm like, I kind of actually want one. We have to figure out design.
Yeah, but we're not going to use Teespring because I hate them.
No. Oh my god, Andrew, hi. V for Vignetta. There's a bunch of Andrews out there in the world.
Yeah, we have so many Andrews. V for Vignetta.
Like, there's Andrew Matthews, and I learned Sly is an Andrew as well. That's crazy. But anyways, guys, we watched 90 Day Fiance. Have you watched episode 10 to 14, right?
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a hot mess. I'm not gonna lie. The people that go on here. Wow. Herschel says, just send Henry.
Look. No. That would look. He will not respond. Never. Absolutely not. I've seen the ladies he's dated. Nope.
He dated Gina, didn't she? Did he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to compete with that. No.
No, you're equally as cute. Just saying.
Compete's not the right word. You guys know what I mean.
Well, I guess it's not compete because he's not dating her right now. But also, you wouldn't really compete with another lady at that point. Okay, so we're gonna talk 90 Day Fiance, which this show that's airing right now, it's before the 90 days. In the States, there's a visa, the K1 visa, where when you're engaged, there you can apply for it. And you have 90 days once the fiance lands in the United States. You have 90 days to get married. Otherwise, the fiance has to leave back to whatever country they have to go to. So this is kind of like their first time meeting, maybe second time throughout their journey. It's a bit of a mess. Like when you meet,
a spicy disaster. No, they're not spicy disasters.
They're not spicy. I mean, they're some of them are good looking. At least one of them. At least one of them. But not all of them. No. No. And like we're saving the best for last, in my opinion. Mike and Jimena. They are it's bad. It's bad. Before we go into the actual couples, Kaylee for $2 says, "Hi, how are you both? Happy early birthday, Extra Girl." Thank you, Kaylee.
Yes, the Extra Girl's birthday's coming up.
Yes, we're doing good. We're doing good. How are you doing, Tugs?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm good.
She's good, especially with the wine now. Okay,
now I'm like concentrating on Henry. Okay. You guys are like getting my hopes up. Don't do that.
She is distracted. Okay, so I'm gonna just pull up some of the couples so that we at least get to know them. So this is Ben. He's like 50 something years old, 52 years old, at Mahogany from Peru, who actually knows a good amount of English. And is it Spanish? Spanish.
I think Spanish is Peru. I think Peru speaks Spanish.
Yeah. So, well, the last time we talked about this couple, he had just come down. They're both super Christian or Catholic, something very very religious. And they seem to find a common ground on that part. And maybe that's why they grew, close together. And when he went down there, all I could think about is the big word for me is miscommunication.
Yeah. Well, we thought she might have been catfishing him.
Yes. Oh my God.
And it turns out like she wasn't. I mean, she had filters on, but it wasn't like
major filters. Like you think about Snapchat with the dog ears and that out. Like that's pretty much how her photos look. Like super filtered. Even his kids thought they were super filtered.
Yeah.
Yes, while Ben, I think Ben can do better. Like he's not a bad looking 52-year-old. Like he can get a pretty mature type of woman who's into the religion he is. And the biggest sign was the lying. Okay, so she's a big liar. And when we had watched the episode last, he had gone to her apartment and it was like an Airbnb because there was like these weird little pamphlets about different excursions you can take and decorations he didn't think that she would ever have. Yeah. And I kind of agree. Oh, and one bedroom had bunk beds?
Yeah.
Who has bunk beds in their house? Just saying, without kids.
We're going to circle back to this later because I have a feeling the stream is going to detour. We are going to circle back to this later because I have a rant about that. And the next person that makes comments is getting blocked. I'm just kidding. But I have a full-blown rant about Army Hammer. I stand with her. Anyway, continue. Sorry. Ben.
So they go on this like cute little trip to this like kind of like in the sand dunes, like in the desert. There's this little town with water and there's a hotel and it looks super adorable. Their car ride to there was super freaking awkward. Oh my God.
It's almost as if they've never met. I mean, they've never spoken before. You know what I mean?
Oh, but even before that friend interaction?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Okay, so they went to go hang out with her and her friends, and he goes, "What's something you want me to know about Mahogany?" As her boyfriend. And the girl goes, "I thought you were friends." I can you imagine?
Awkward.
Which is like, it's so confusing because I mean, like, okay, sure, maybe she portrayed it as friends, but when you talk to her, when she was talking to her parents when they were on their little vacation, she goes, "Oh yeah, we were talking about having a family and our future and all this," and like, talk about this with friends.
Yeah, and like even the parents or the dad in this episode, episode 14 was like, you deserve better, like you don't need anybody older, you need somebody younger, whatever. So they clearly know that they're dating. So, but why doesn't I have questions.
Like that is just so freaking bizarre. Like chat. Do you ever do this where you tell? Okay, I always found this weird. When you tell, because I would tell my friends before my parents of something serious, right? And dating. Would you tell your parents first or your friends first about a serious relationship? No judgment in that sense, but that's at least for me, like when I'm trying to work through a relationship, especially in the early years, early months, weeks, I like to talk about it with friends.
It's usually the friends. I would think usually the friends first, but
I don't know. Oh yeah. Okay. Let me do a poll. Okay.
I don't know.
Tugs, you vamp for a moment.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I saw somebody. Where'd he go? There he is. JS Pena for $4.99. Hey girls, glad you're on Snakes. I'm going through a rough time at the moment and I need some entertainment. Well, you're gonna get it. And you're also gonna get a Tugs rant later. So you're hang in there. Thomas
all right.
here.
Put it in the chat, a poll.
Happy birthday, extra girl.
Thank you, Thomas.
Who leaked it was your birthday? It was not me.
Oh, it's Tia and me. So I did say on Dying Light that like my birthday's coming up, and then I got made fun of because I'm like, it's my birthday week. And I was like, you girls with your birthday weeks, that doesn't count. It's just a day. Like, thanks, bro.
Count.
Thanks, bro. It's still gonna be a week. I don't care. Okay, so chat is saying friends more so than family.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty common. Sorry, I feel like that's pretty common.
Yeah, I think so too. And it depends on the cultural stuff. Hi, Elizabeth. Depends on cultural issues. I guess I don't know how Peruvian people do their terms that like their friends versus family relationships. I can only state on Canadian/Asian, especially first generation Asian. I like to talk about it with my friends first because once my parents know, the freaking judgment.
Yeah. Well, then some of us know, some of us aren't very close to their parents and vice versa. And so there's that too. And
so. Although it's kind of diving kind of in between now, chat. Mom's asking me questions. It depends on your mom. And I agree with this. Martin, friends are less likely to judge you. Your parents immediately begin to wonder when they're going to be grandparents. Especially when you get married. Wow, Mark, I was judged. By who?
It was like Crazy Rich Asians up in there.
Hey, we're not crazy rich, okay? We're just crazy. Whatever. Oh gosh. I do think that most people it's friends. Oh wow. I think so too. It's skewing a bit more into the middle now. Wow.
Ooh.
And I do agree with this Grand Muff. Asian mother judgment is harder. Like they're pretty hard. Yeah, my parents.
Oh no, Hispanic parents are pretty tough too.
All I know about Hispanic parents are be careful of the flip flop.
Yes, and that's a name that I can never remember. When I hear the name, I'm like, oh, I know what that is, but I can never remember it.
That thing gets thrown at you.
I would hope so. Otherwise, there's a hole in the backyard ready for you, Mark.
Well, I only have to make a small-ish hole because I mean his right leg doesn't exist, so it makes it a little easier.
The elope option. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes. See, I don't know. I like the idea of having someone there I know, whether it be a friend or a family member in my marriage, if I were to elope. Plus, if they sign the document, I want them to be someone I know, not just some rando.
Some rando.
That I had to pay for because they have to do that for a witness. Just saying. Anyways, so They go on this vacation, Ben and Mahogany, and it's kind of super awkward in the car. They did talk a little bit about their faith, and so for Ben, it seemed like things were going well.
Yeah.
And then, they sleeping in different rooms because of their faith. And what was it that happened? They went out for dinner, and she had asked questions about his past relationships, what
Yeah,
went
yeah.
wrong, all this. And he basically said it was his exes.
Yeah.
And then I think that, and this is my opinion, she was just trying to find something to pick on.
Yeah, I thought the first time we met him, he had talked about he had said that he had already told her like about his kids and his past relationships and stuff, but she kept prodding it, and I'm kind of like, maybe he didn't tell her. I don't know. The whole thing was weird.
But even if he did or didn't tell her, I think she's just trying to find a reason to not date him.
Yeah, she seems pretty cranky about the whole situation. Like, she seems disinterested.
Like,
I don't know
the
what
fact
happened.
that the friends didn't know, and then they caught off guard, and then talking to the parents and that whole weird Airbnb situation, like, that is effed up.
Yeah, and you don't want to sleep in the same bed, which I get. But I don't know what kind of messages and stuff they were sending beforehand. If you're sending a message to him and vice versa, where it's all like innuendos and stuff, then that's kind of weird.
I have a
Because
feeling their texts were pretty PG.
I hope so. I
Because
mean, I
it
don't hope
seemed,
so.
because he was a pastor before, something akin to
Mhm.
that, right?
Yeah, and the
So
cult.
he it's ingrained in him. I feel like he
Yes,
wouldn't do that.
probably not. Probably not. I don't know. They're weird. I don't see them lasting. And like
Even if they did. Yeah.
this last episode, she just was so disinterested. She like
Oh yeah.
with the
So
letter.
that after that night, they went back to their separate places, and he texted her multiple times about how he loves her and their faith and how he felt about her. She did not message back. And now, in his shoes, I would have done the same thing as him.
Mm-hmm.
So her parents surprised her, went to breakfast with her, and he decided to stand her up because she had not replied to a single message of
Yeah,
his
she didn't
the
get
night
back
before.
to him. She's not reciprocating. He's thinking like, okay, well, maybe she doesn't want anything to do with me. And then all of a sudden, she's like, well, he's not going to come. Why would he come? And the
But why didn't
parents
you
were
call
mad.
him?
Yeah,
Why
you
would
could have
you?
called him and be like, hey, where are you?
I know. Or why don't you go to his door, knock on his door? Hey, I'm going to breakfast. I think like even if you are in a separate room, you could do that and be like, we're going. I do that
Yeah,
with friends. That
yeah.
makes sense.
You didn't knock on the door and see if he was there and be like, hey, I'm going to breakfast with my parents. Let's start over. Or, hey, I'm going out. Leave me alone. Like something. I don't know.
Yeah. And
I don't
then
know.
so she basically blames him. It's like, oh, he blames his exes for the breakup, telling her parents about this. He stood me up. This is embarrassing, all this. And yes, it is embarrassing, but you are not giving the whole story.
Right.
I
Yeah. You're
have no
not doing the whole thing.
sympathy for this woman.
No. Mm-mm.
And I
Nope.
feel so bad for him because he is trying. And if I was in his shoes and I've been texting all night and not getting any reply, would I want to go to breakfast with this person? No,
Absolutely
absolutely
not.
not. Yes, Eric
Nope.
K. Do not come. Fran Muff, do not come. It's ridiculous. And then she basically blames him, thinking she's some sort of mature woman. But did you give the whole story? I don't think so. And I mean, I've been in her
No.
shoes thinking I'm a mature woman. I wasn't at the time.
Yeah, she says to her dad, like, I don't date men my age because they're not very mature, which I understand. I like them older, whatever, this, that, and the other. And it's like, and he's thinking, well, maybe you should date some people your own age because he's too old for you. But he didn't say anything about maturity level. He just was like, he's too old for you, age wise. But you're omitting parts of the story. Like, you're admitting that you're now hesitant for whatever reason. You're admitting that your car ride was awkward. You're not saying all of these things that happen, So it's one-sided.
They were weird about their whole relationship from the very beginning. Like the fact that she never went on video camera, all this. That was just
Yeah.
is just it I really legitimately thought it was going to be a catfish, and I
Me
kind of
too.
wish it was.
Yeah, me too. Because this is so much worse. Like
Yes.
she's a real person and she's just like she's disinterested. She was playing a game or whatever. I don't know. But
Mm-hmm. And Jeremy Warmy, am I mature now? In some aspects, yes. In most aspects, no. I think it depends on what you ask.
is anybody ever really like truly mature? I don't think so.
No. I feel bad for him, and she's young. She's 22. She lied about her age. Yes, red flag. She lied about her age, her apartment, omitting the
Mhm.
truth in an argument, thinking that that'll make her look like a good person.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, you're not. You can't just do that. You can't take away the lies and look like a better person. You still, you still have to live with this at the end. So,
Exactly.
poor guy. I mean, both of them, I think they need time. She needs to grow up. He needs to heal from whatever
He
that
needs to
is.
find somebody else, is what I think. Like, stop the dating apps. Younger is fine, like whatever. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But
And the thing is, the age difference, I mean, it is a big age difference, but if she was actually in tune with her maturity, there could be 24-year-olds that dates a 50-year-old, and it could be a successful relationship. I'm not saying there's many, but there could be.
they're out there. One of them, actually, there's a famous one. Jason Statham and his wife. She's like 20. I think she's 20, maybe a little over 20 years younger than he is, and they've been together forever, and they are freaking soulmates. Absolutely adore them. Love them. That's just the famous couple I can think of off the top of my head.
Oh,
They've been together for forever. Forever. And she's a runway model. Like she's beautiful. She was in the Mad Max movie with Tom Hardy. She was the pregnant one. That's his wife.
oh.
And they've been together forever. They have a baby together. And just all the time, like you go to his Instagram and her Instagram, like they're just constantly talking about how much they support each other, like all this stuff. Like it's that right there is a healthy example of an age gap relationship. Like they just work. So it can happen, but you have to find
Yeah. You have to find the right type of person that meshes with your personality. And this is Depp and Heard.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Yeah.
That is a terrible example because Johnny Depp is a shit person too. Okay, let's not. That is a totally. I get where you're going with that, but he is not. No, he's his own problem.
Okay, let's say you have to be a healthy person, meaning, okay, one, you can self-reflect, and I don't think a lot of people can actually self-reflect and be like, for example, like say you do something to hurt your partner. There's some people who automatically turn it on their partner and be like, oh, well, you did this, blah, 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 blah. Instead of, okay, maybe so you reacted this way because I did this, and let's figure out a way we can figure it out.
Yeah, you have to be on the same page. So age isn't the problem unless it's under 18. But age
Yes.
isn't the problem. It's up here. So in Jason Statham and Rose's case, they're both mentally here. She has her ambition, she has her drive, she has the capacity to do those things and also support him in his, and vice versa. And that's what the difference is. And what's another one? Jeffrey Dean Morgan, the guy who plays Negan on Walking Dead. He's married to one of the girls from oh god, what the heck was that show? One Tree Hill. I can't think of her name right now, but and they've got I think they're about 20 years apart too, and they've been together. They've got like 3 kids. They're so freaking cute. But it's here, so that's where it is. Like most 20-something-year-olds, like, oh, we want an older man because of the material stuff, the money, the stability, and all that. But there's nothing here to keep it together, and so it becomes a problem. That's the problem. And Amber Heard and Johnny Depp are a hot mess in all things. He's a mess. He's not a good person.
Your roommate is standing so awkwardly behind you.
He just does that.
I was like waving. Hello. For a second there, my heart stopped because I was like, who opened the door? It was the puppy.
That's right. I forget about them. That's a huge, isn't that like a 30-year age gap or something weird?
But like you said, it can work. It just, you have to, it doesn't matter the age. It depends on, and I say this lovingly, you can fall in love with anyone, but how you work out conflicts really matters.
Yeah.
Because I fall in love with many different types of people. But have I been able to solve an argument? No.
Yeah.
Not every time. Hot mess separately.
Yeah.
Yes.
You put two very damaged people together, and it's never gonna end well. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
So I finished the poll. It's majority friends first, but we're actually pretty close. Kind of half and half. So
that's interesting.
That's actually very interesting. Different perspectives. Different perspectives. Okay, so the next couple I kind of want to talk about photo bombing. This couple. And so okay, I want to know, who do you side on in this relationship? Who do you think is the more normal person?
Oh God. I don't know. To be honest. I don't know, because I think it's a little weird that she's obsessed with Asian culture and she's like so fixated on this guy.
I mean, that's fine, because I think a lot of people, for example, love I know people who love Spanish culture because they love, hi Southern Belle, they love dancing, the food, the language.
Yeah.
So I feel I can kind of understand that based on some of the people I know. Now she always said that he was like her Asian prince.
Yeah. Well, it's like, has she dated any other guys? But she's mentioned a couple, but were they Asian too? Like, I have questions. I don't know. A little weird, know, and maybe that's her only type, which is possible.
So
I don't know.
This guy here, he has a son and he's taking care of his parents. And maybe because I know Asian culture, it's the parents can't take care of themselves.
It's a big thing.
It's a big thing. I feel like I'm indebted my life. Like if my parents ever needed anything, I know based on things I've seen from my parents, I will take care of them. It doesn't matter. And I feel like I understand on his perspective. I don't want to go to the States because I don't know if I can make enough money to support my parents back home, who spent a lot of time taking care of his son while he was at work. And so this little awkward moment where he said that he would meet her in Dubai, but that would be 7 weeks off of work based on how China was operating at the time with the coup restrictions. 7 weeks is a long time to not work and not get paid.
Yeah, it's a long time. Most Americans couldn't do that. Just because she sits at home all day. You know what I mean? No.
Yeah. So she got so upset at him not going on this Dubai trip, and she didn't even consult him when she bought that ticket to go to Dubai.
No, she just bought it.
She's like, so I'm going, and he's like, yeah. I'm gonna wait till February when maybe the restrictions aren't as bad.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. He's from China, and as we all know, China and handling the beer bug was quite the show. Well, I'll just say that nicely. It was quite the show. Okay, people were literally locked in their houses. There was patrols up and down the streets. They were spraying some weird stuff on the road. Like, it was a madhouse out there. Okay, very strict, very creepy, very post-apocalyptic. That's China. And so the fact that she supposedly is into Asian culture, but she doesn't understand that.
I don't think she understands like the family culture. She loves manga. She loves she has this cosplay of Bleach where she has the robes of one of the I forgot the words for it, but the fighters. But anyways, Elizabeth here. I've only seen clips of the season. Her job, she works on a farm with her parents, I think.
Yeah. What? That's not her family farm?
I think it's a family farm. It's a family farm.
Yeah. So I don't know if I doubt they pay her, but maybe.
But just enough to live.
Job. Yeah. I don't think she has a job. At least they haven't mentioned it. So
no mention. But yeah, she's obsessed with the Asian culture, but just the entertainment aspect. She doesn't know much about family and how families operate. So it's just, yes, Locked
See?
again. And I mean, it's past February, so it's past the point that he said that things were gonna maybe get better. So
Yeah.
I mean, we obviously only watched to episode 14. We didn't see if they're still together or not. We'll find out.
I don't know what we haven't gotten that far yet, but
I
but
just
this too. This
that's true. Capitano.
everything she has in her house, between the anime wigs and stuff that she wears, it's all Japanese stuff. It's all Japanese. Everything, the kimonos, all of it. The martial arts she's training is the Japanese martial arts, not the. But
Not the
I
Chinese.
know. I said that too. I said that the first episode. I was like, or when we first met them, I was like, she's in a Japanese culture. Oh no, it's just Asian culture. But everything you have is Japanese specifically.
So maybe she needs
Except
to
for
see
this
the
man.
Japanese guy.
This man is not Japanese.
I feel really bad for him. Okay, so continuing with the story, there wasn't much to their story except so when he said that he couldn't come to Dubai, she had a friend come over to talk. To
Dubai? How did she
No,
just
no.
randomly?
No, she didn't go to Dubai. So she had a friend come over to help talk at her place, and they ended up having sex. Oh, what? I remember, so I was watching the screen and I watched poor Johnny's reaction. You look like a sperm. Sorry. What? Yeah, you're just like a white with a head. Sorry. I don't know why. The first thing that came into my mind.
It's the hair is what it was. It's fine.
But going back to Ella and Johnny, like that is so the first thing he goes is just like, oh my God, shock, the whole steps in that sense. And he goes, I'm gonna make it up to you. Like, don't worry, I'm gonna come see you, this. And I'm just like, the girl just disrespected you.
He found out about it though, right? I feel like
he did. She told him.
Oh my God.
Because this is not one of the big storylines, so I kind of want to just get the little stuff out of the way. But I'm sorry, if anyone, even in an online relationship, you get cheated on, what makes it any better when you're in person?
Yeah, no, it's true. I don't know. I feel like he's doing the classic case of I don't want to dishonor my family, and I've been with this woman now for a while, and I don't want to break up with her. And she's just backcrap crazy.
I'm gonna put another thing in the poll. Do you think
backcrap crazy is not the right word, not the right term, but she's
okay. So if you get cheated on, do you think you can still have a relationship afterwards? Yes or no? I'm just curious because I think there's mixed reactions on this because I'm a person that if trust is broken, whether you are the cheater or cheated, I don't think you can come back from that.
Well, and also in my personal experience, if it's done with one, it's done with another.
Exactly. So like, how does that stop you from doing the next time? And there's some people who I think, okay, and this is because I don't have children. I can't comment on this. I think you have children, it makes it a little more complicated.
Oh, absolutely.
But there's different types of cheating too. There's, physical, emotional. Like if someone just cheats once, I can see people coming back from that. If someone cheats and has a relationship with someone over a year, 2 years, 6 months, doesn't matter. What makes you stop them from having another one like that?
Yeah.
So I really do personally for me think no, but it's just something curious.
Southern Belle, to answer your question, she doesn't. She
borrowed money.
Borrowed money, maxed out a couple of credit cards in order to buy the ticket to Dubai, which she didn't end up using. So.
Yep. I think that's like a wild thing. She asked her mom, I think, for money.
Yeah,
the
something
episode.
like that. I don't remember now. But
So,
she bought maxed out 2 of her credit cards or 1 of her credit card. I don't remember now.
Capitano says Ella has an Instagram. Let's just see.
I love this too, Martin. Like many people move on with a cheater and then they act like they're the better person because it's true love and we're working it out. And you're like, okay, all right, whatever you say.
I'm looking at her Instagram. It's mostly animal stuff.
My roommate's cooking food. It smells amazing.
Oh, tell your roommate to
I don't
deliver.
know what he's making, but it smells delicious.
I would prefer a delivery, please. So,
Thanks, Jeremy. I don't recommend going there though.
Oh, she posted a picture of her mans on her. Oh, she's got lots of tattoos too. Here, I'll show you guys. I'll show the chat.
Her mans.
Johnny.
Oh, I was like, did that mean they don't end up together?
Yeah, well, I don't know. We haven't watched the end yet.
We need to get red flags to show on stream.
Like she's completely a red flag just based on the whole cheating thing. Like long distance, you need trust, and she broke that trust.
Yeah. Oh, what is the caption on that photo? We might get a spoiler here.
Another man crush Monday. I just couldn't resist. He looks like handsome, and I love it. And this is
that was in February though. She hasn't posted a photo of him since.
Well, I guess they never met in person.
Yeah, but still, he hasn't sent her selfies.
No. Oh, this is his kid. Yeah, Stony. The kid is pretty cute. But yeah, I guess they're still together.
Bird up. Will Smith stuck with the cheater, and we all see how that worked out. Mm-hmm.
Well,
she's more than just a cheater, though. That girl's got some problems.
The thing is, she openly cheats.
There's that. Yeah.
So.
That's
oh my god.
Oops, sorry. That's what my thought was too. That's God. his English name.
I'm sure he has a Chinese name.
He does. He said it, but I can't. Chai Wen or something. I don't know. He said it. They said it in the show, but he goes by Johnny. Johnny's his English name. There's a lot of cultures that do that. Especially the Asian ones. They pick English names.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to pronounce certain Chinese names. Let me see if I can find it. 90 Fiance.
And I think they pick their own names, right?
Sometimes. I had a friend who it's actually really funny that she's a tiny little human being. Tiny. Like even smaller than Krista. Her parents chose the name Bertha.
Yes.
Yeah. You think Bertha, you think Ella, right?
Classic name. I'm here for it.
Yeah. Like I think Bertha, I'm like Ella. That makes sense. But not tiny little Asian human being. Yes. Hi, Johnny. Nintendo. There always gotta be Johnny. Shake my head. Johnny, you want to hop on? You want to watch 90 Day Fiance?
90 Day Fiance?
Wow.
Chai Wen. I don't know if that's his actual name or not.
Martin, X-ray girl's name is X-ray. Yeah.
But Johnny, it's spelled with the H. It's spelled the non-good way. So you're good.
John. We can never mix. You're the only Johnny I know without the H.
Oh, I know too. He's my second one. I like it better without the H.
Oh.
Personally. That's also because I have a weird spelling real name that we won't talk about.
Yes.
So I feel like kinship with
yes.
you.
Actually, you know what?
Just one letter.
when we were checking into our hotel, Tugs and I said her name wrong, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so used to saying whatever, and she's like, no, it's this. I'm like, oh crap.
It's fine. I don't care anymore. It's just there's one letter that's off. And it's like the most important letter. Kind of like the H in Johnny is like the most important letter. Kind of like that. So, oh my God!
Christina! Hi! Oh my gosh.
Everybody go subscribe to Christina.
I've seen your cute little space. I can't wait until you get your RGB lights. I want to see it so bad. If you check out her Instagram, Shorty Sensei, she's got a cute little test setup.
Go follow her on Instagram, and you have your YouTube channel. I don't know if you could post the link because I think you can. Maybe you can.
We should mod her.
Is she modded?
I will mod her.
If the Chinese guy chose the name Brian with a Y with tugs, hate him. Yes. No, I'm just kidding.
How do I mod people? There we go. Okay. Shorty Sensei is a mod.
Eric. Thank you, Eric.
There you go.
All
right.
Channel, Christina.
This is exactly when I think of Bertha, Eric. A lady walking through Walmart, 300 pounds, eating a box of cupcakes while she goes to the store.
That sounds like the best day ever, except it's Target and I have a Starbucks, but I do that.
Love Starbucks.
I get a Starbucks and I walk through Target and I sip, like I have my cup and I'm like sipping my straw, and Target just tells me what I need.
Okay, so we'll go to couple number 3. And this couple.
Back. We'll get them back, I promise. We'll do a lady stream.
I'm sorry. Brian with a Y.
That is wrong. See? Yeah, I'm sorry. No.
All right, so Gino and Jasmine, which both are toxic AF, by the way. So we'll start with Jasmine. Okay, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I think she's gorgeous. She's a little jealous, a lot jealous. And she's a little materialistic.
We got you, Chewy. Don't worry. We'll get to it. I promise.
Why don't you just do it now? Sorry, Chewy. Before I forget. Okay, there we go. Chewy for $5. The chick who I messaged on Instagram is the one and only Callie Roses. She not only has IG, but also Twitter. She's a hottie. You can thank me later. Or you can thank yourself later, Chewy.
Whoa.
Oh.
What's
just
that?
saying. Just saying.
So Jasmine is the perfect model for that crazy hot scale chart.
Yes, she's like 10 and 10. She's crazy 10, hot 10. Absolutely. Ooh. Fire crazy Latina cracker. Absolutely. And she even has like a and I don't mean to say this in a mean way, but the way she speaks, there's a certain like whiff of crazy that you get from it.
Yes, she'll say things like I don't know if I can imitate it, but she'll say things like this last episode she said, yeah, see if I can
let's do it. Acting skills.
I'm not gonna be able to do the accent, but she basically said it like, they were laughing about exes and no more exes and all stuff. And she goes, and yeah, you don't want me to be your ex. You don't want me to be your ex.
And they're like, that's exactly it. She puts in this like little intonation and giggle, and you're just like,
it was that kind of giggle that you see with like female serial killer movies, like when it's like a parody and they're like,
but okay, I will say that I don't know. Okay, so I think every person, male or female, has the ability to be like crazy. So I don't know if she's just naturally crazy or if she's actually like crazy because of this relationship.
I don't know. No, because her friend said, remember the
the hairdresser. Yeah. She was like, I was like she's choking someone.
Yeah, with the hair. Yeah, exactly.
She ruined my hair, so I choked her.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, so she's actually crazy. But there are people who are crazy because of a certain relationship, which I think Gino has made her extra crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gino is this like, I thought he was kind of this like weirdo, and I wanted to be like, you're so adorable because you're dorky and you have this weird laugh and you do well for yourself and you're just so awkward. So I wanted to root for him. And then she found out because his ex texted her.
Yes.
That he sent his ex Jasmine's nudes.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I don't know, for anyone who sent nudes, like, you hope for this, like, I guess, privacy? Like, this trust for this photo? So, when you get told this, and I just, like, this is on the level of cheating, in my opinion. Like, this is something you should hold sacred. right? I don't know. Like that astounds me. Like, why do you think you're allowed to send my nudes to someone else?
Yeah. Especially your ex-girlfriend. That's kind of weird.
Yeah. And then he goes,
What were you doing? Being like, LOL, I dumped you and I got somebody better. Or you dumped me and I got somebody better. Like, what?
well, that's how he explained it. He said, I just wanted to show off how hot you were to my ex.
No.
So that's kind of where we kind of stopped off the last time when we were talking to Chris. Asked 90 Fiance. And yes, Cajun, nudes are not meant to be shared. Agreed.
And yet somehow they always get shared. Weird how that works.
Yeah. But the thing is, they get, usually you hear they get shared after you break up.
There is that.
Yeah. Right? This is while they're still dating. So she gets told by the ex that, you know, don't put your parts on the unless you're okay with everything.
And don't or if you're gonna send them, here down. None of
no
this.
face. No
Take
face.
distinguishing jewelry, necklaces, covered
Tattoos.
birthmarks. Can't prove it. Can't prove it's me. You know what I mean?
Wow, Mark.
Jinx. OnlyFans, Mark.
Yeah, so if you guys want to sign up, I'll have an OnlyFans and it'll be Mark's nudes of his stump. Anyways, so she finds out and it basically seems like she's gonna break up with him. Wow.
I wonder how many he gets though, like in all seriousness.
Probably
I wonder the DMs that man must get. He's probably like,
he probably has a lot of nudes. A lot of
and
nudes.
just the messages are anyway, I'm sorry. Continue. I'm so sorry.
Anyways, so they seem like they're gonna break up, but then they get back together. It was so funny because she threw his toothbrush at him.
Oh yeah, what's that gonna do?
Anyways, so they get back together. He meets her mom and he asks for her mom's blessing. Wow. Excuse me. They'll be on OnlyFans because Mark likes to share them with the world. Just so you know.
I hope not. She has a boyfriend.
I don't know. Do you think if Henry were to be like, Anna, I want you, I'm gonna be with you forever.
Poor Peaches.
I would say poor Peaches too.
I don't. Do we blame her though? No. I wonder if they have. That's like he's her hall pass.
Probably.
I would hope so. He's my hall pass.
Where are we? So he gets his blessing from mom to get engaged, and then she gets a message, and like I don't know how she goes through this, but she was so mad. She woke up, she went to the gym. He noticed, she's upset because she got a text from an anonymous Instagram account being like, I'm gonna leak your nudes.
The ex-girlfriend did that?
No, we don't know because it's an anonymous account. No followers, following no one. But obviously it's the ex.
It should be. I mean, unless she sent the nudes, unless the ex sent the nudes to somebody else and it was that person.
Who knows?
I mean, either way though.
Who knows? So, and I get why she's upset because she's a teacher. And as we know, teachers get crucified for every single little thing they do. You literally cannot have any online presence because if you do, you get fired. So she's upset, but I don't understand. I do not understand how he got back in her good graces.
I don't know. And he's not even rich. Like I could see it if he was super duper rich.
He's not cute. He's not rich.
He's not rich.
And he's like literally like every time he's gotten upset, I thought he, like I said at the beginning, I thought he was this cute, kind of dorky kind of guy. Not so much anymore.
He's a hot mess. He's not even a spicy disaster. He's a hot mess.
No. He needs lots of therapy.
What does that have to do with anything? I have questions.
Do men who have wife beaters, did
I miss something?
I don't know. Eric K for $5 says, I heard Mark used to work the strip handing out Cars to the ladies with his goods. I've never heard of this, so.
Slappers.
What do you know? What do you know that I don't know?
We love the slappers. They're so annoying.
So we have here the poll. 71% says no, you don't think the relationship can go on if you cheated. If you're
smart thinking. Good job, guys. I'm so proud of you.
Okay, and oh wow. Christina says it's scary being an online teacher. Can confirm. Yeah, I wouldn't want to see that. I would not want to see that at all.
Absolutely not.
But anyway, so that's that cray couple. They got
engaged. Not only
did
he get back into her good graces, but he asked her to. Sorry, my ear is itchy. He asked her to marry him,
and she said yes. Oh, Mark, look at that. It's okay.
What did I miss? Clearly,
Mark hit shield wall by accident. Mark, it happens all the time, and it's a good thing we have Eric here. Eric is good at unhiding stuff that we make mistakes on.
Oh, look at Johnny answering the poll.
Oh, okay. So Johnny says they can, but it highly depends and is very specific. I think so too. So I think if you were, this is one scenario that I could say if you ever were to be the cheater or cheatee, that one night stand, you were not in the right state of mind. I think those two things in conjunction, that's the only thing I think, at least for me, if I was on the side of being cheated on, that I could be like,
yeah. Multiple times, though, obviously, is a pattern.
Yeah, multiple. If it's a pattern and it's an emotional relationship, I've always said this, that is harder to overcome because that's completely another relationship. Wow.
What's going on in the chat right now?
It's a shirt and a Mark the Cyborg. Okay, I'm joking, Mark. He just might.
Mark's about to get swatted.
Anyways, okay. Never mind. I'm not gonna finish that sentence. All right. So next couple. This is a hot mess. I cannot wait to talk about this couple. Kimberly.
Oh my god.
So Kimberly and Usman, aka Soja Boy. By the way, I love the way she talks because she goes, "That's not right, yo."
Absolutely not, Kevin Tenno. Here's the deal. Wrap it. Always. Especially if you're going to be shady. Also, here's another deal. If you can take my man, you can have him.
Yeah. Oh, Johnny dropping some more facts here.
Don't be a whiner, Mark. Sorry.
Like if you realize you did something wrong and you confessed it to someone you love, that's different. If you're caught in something you were in for a long time, you can never trust again. Freaking agreed.
Yeah. Well, and you confess, but here's the thing too, though. There's a gray area there too, because if you confess it, you realize you just you confess it and you never do it again, then yeah. But if you keep going, oh baby, I'm so sorry, I'll never do it again, and you do it again, kind of like, oh, I didn't mean to hit you in the face with my hand. It'll never happen again. That's another.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Physical stuff, I would never tolerate.
No, but that same.
Yeah, it's to that level because it's disrespect in a different level of,
And this is more than once. Okay, look, we all get drunk and stupid. I'm not condoning it, but it happens. Okay.
Yeah,
we've all gotten drunk and done something when we're drunk and stupid. One night stand. She was so hot, man. She looked like Angelina Jolie. Okay, fine. And you fess up to it. Meh. But if you're going one girl, this girl, that girl over there, this girl over here, absolutely no.
Yeah.
No. Okay, anyway, sorry.
So Kimberly and Usman.
Yes.
Kimberly is 50 years old. Usman, who's this like rapper from Nigeria, who has also been on the show before.
Yes.
I didn't watch that season. I don't know if have you, Max?
Mm-mm.
Okay. But I heard that he's very similar in the show. That was like last week. So she's like this like fangirl who met him online, started talking to him, thinking that she's going to be some sort of like hype girl, and then started dating. And then they went to Where'd they go? I forgot.
Mm.
Tanzania.
Tanzania.
Tanzania. And where he's filming his
music video.
Yes, for named Zara, which he had written for another woman. Eric, what are you confessing right now? I have been drunk and stupid and sober and stupid. I don't know what you're saying. I think I need to be elaborated on.
Last time Mark tapped X-ray girl on the butt, she cut off his leg.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Guys.
This is a very good point, Shield Wall. I mean, it's a 90-day fiance situation and you're on the show twice. I have questions.
Yep. That's just, he's doing it for fame. I mean, he's a rapper and he wants to get known in the States. And this girl who is, as we have found out in the episode, super supportive no matter what to him.
Mm-hmm.
And like, okay, so the last time we saw them, they were on the beach and he is about to tell her the music video was about a girl that he had dated, kind of in between when he first started talking to her, which I don't think she has any grounds to be mad on about.
No, but I mean, no.
Like, I get why she's mad, but she has no grounds. Like, they were not dating at that point.
No.
So she gets upset.
The only thing I think I can agree with her being kind of irritated with, and I can't remember if this is how he did it or not, but if that song he wrote, the Zara song wrote about her, was that while they were dating, or did he write that after they broke up as like a I miss you sort of thing? That would be something that I would find
annoying.
Yeah.
But like she literally, like, I think I side a lot with her in a lot of the things she does. She might be a bit brash and she might be aggressive, but she's truthful.
Yeah.
So she got I don't know where she found this. She got him an Apple laptop and a PS5.
Yeah, she brought him over with her.
What? Like, that's absolutely nuts. As a gift for him, you know, she's been a little sugar mama, I guess.
Yeah.
It's fine. That's fine. You know, you gotta do. Wow, why is the chat saying hashtag justice for Mark right now?
I was ignoring it.
What did I do to Mark? Mark likes it when I beat him. I'm joking. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, let's just continue. So once she found out, she's like, nah, I'm out of here. And then what happened? So they break up, sort of, and she's like, you need to do something big in order for me to get back into your graces. And guess what? Of course. Do you remember what he called it when he was like, I'm giving you the Nigerian love making?
Oh, yeah.
I just thought of that.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of it.
I don't remember the name of it exactly.
But it was just so funny.
Nigerian party or something.
It was like a vegetable or a fruit, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and she loved it. She loved it. They got back together. They're neither engaged. They're just dating, I guess. I don't know. I don't see this couple working. He's working her completely.
Yeah, I think that he's gonna, if somebody else were to slide into the DMs, he would definitely move on.
And I mean, like,
or if Zara was
yeah. I think if he had a young woman who was kind of like in her 30s, kind of semi-established, she'd jump for it. Kimberly was just, you know, easier than some of the other women he's ever met. I'm sure.
And she's very much like a mom. What is going on?
I'm being compared to Amber Heard right now. Wow, Mark. Guess what? You have to blame the chat for this a moratorium. Okay, blame chat. Okay, love you. All right.
I know nothing. I plead the fifth. I know nothing.
Chat is going crazy right now. Front Porch says those two deserve each other. I feel bad. I do feel bad for Kimberly because I feel like she loves really hard when she loves, and she's kind of going with what she heard, right?
Yeah.
This
Yep.
man's telling her, I love you. You're here
Yep.
for me. Like, come to here. We're gonna and then he's like, I want you to meet my family, all this. It's like these are very leading questions. Like, this is future talk, this is marriage, heading in the way of marriage. And as a woman, I've always said, like, marriage always seemed to be like the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
So maybe it is for her. And she's blinded by this beautiful, and she's into black men. Her kids are mixed. So who wouldn't say no to that?
I would say no to that.
Okay, besides you.
Yeah, I think they're 20 years apart.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
she's 50 and he's 32.
Well, not quite 20 years, but close enough.
It's a big age difference. And like, she is, like, if I look at her physical appearance, I don't think she's a very like good looking woman.
Yeah.
You know? I'm sorry. Like, for 50 years old, she looks her age, and I think she looks good for her age.
Yeah.
But if I look at Soulja Boy right here, Soulja Boy,
yeah,
I don't imagine him dating this lady.
No.
So sorry if I said something mean.
Look at Mark is regretting the storm he caused.
Wow.
There's a lot happening here.
And Andrew Matthews,
That's very true. That's
true. For two. We have a video of X-Ray stealing Mark's leg. I showed that to one of my friends today. She laughed. So we have a two couples left. Okay, so this one I feel like we're going to talk about for a little while because I have feelings about this because
Ooh, X-Ray girl rant incoming.
I don't know about a rant, but okay. So Memphis and Hamza.
God.
So Memphis is 34 years old. She's kind of established. She's a nurse, something. I don't know if she's a practitioner. So, and she has two kids, and she wants to care for her kids and all this. Hamza, who's this 20, I think he's actually 26 years old. This age is wrong. He's this.
Yeah, because he lied.
It's kind of like he's very simple. Oh, wow. We know you have to say that we've got your. Whoa!
Oh no.
Mark. Oh my god, guys. I don't beat Mark in a bad way. There's no pain behind those messages, Johnny.
Johnny's so dramatic. And
just the other P word, okay?
I'm here for all of the drama. I really am.
Johnny's causing drama in my relationship. Okay. Mark, are you part of the MVP / Johnny train? Should I know something? Anywho, so and I don't, when I say Hamza's simple, like, I don't mean in a bad way. He's like it seems like he's portrayed as a very easygoing person, very straightforward. I love you. This is all I want. I want a good life with you.
Yeah.
Memphis, who, and I think it's kind of attributed to her past, foster homes, a lot of different homes, and just the way she grew up. And she's not been independent, and when she's independent she feels like she still needs to protect herself, maybe from all the previous trauma she's had. So she just is fixated on this post-nup.
Yeah, she's fixated on that, honestly. Like, I've never seen somebody so adamant about a prenup and or a post-nup, which I didn't even know was a thing.
It is.
That wasn't filthy rich, or famous.
Yeah. And I guess if you're comparing to him in the sense that when he comes over to the States, he's not going to have a job. And does he have money? Like, his mom is a single mother who's raising him, and he lives with his mom. But that's also Tunisian culture. Like, you don't, when you don't leave the house unless you're married. So it just makes sense. And I think that Memphis is like putting on the American standards onto this guy. And she has no. What are you laughing at?
I'm sorry. First, wait.
Buford Tea Justice for $10. Like always, I have no idea what you guys are talking about, but apparently, X-ray girl and Mark have a wow. Johnny Depp and Amber Turd relationship. I have not pooped the bed. Okay, I'm gonna say that. Yeah. We're gonna put that out there at the very least.
And then Johnny.
Johnny! When I'm busy, I send Mark to Max, and Max can tell him Jeffrey's sister looks so. Wow!
Johnny just comes out of nowhere with this Max zinger, and I'm like, what led to this?
Are you drunk right now? Do you want to come on? Oh my gosh, that is. Thank you, Buford. Wait. I like to say your name, Buford Tea Justice. I love that name.
When has it never gotten off the rails? Actually, we did have one stream the last time that was pretty good. We stayed on topic. And what the heck was that about now? I don't even remember.
I think it was one of our Sip and Chills. Oh, yeah. Sip and Chills. It was too chill. You guys didn't derail it. Oh my gosh. So, okay, let me go back to this semi-rant I was going on. Yes. So she is portraying her previous relationships, all the stuff that she's gone through on him, which I do not think is fair. That type of person, you need to go to therapy, you need to get your poops together, you need to, line your ducks up. Like, you have children to watch out for. If you really, really, really wanted to watch out for your children, you wouldn't have gone to Tunisia to get married and then been like, so we're getting married in 2 days. Can we get this prenup all set up? Like, oh my God.
Like, where's your dad?
Like, I want to protect my kids, but like, I didn't think about it because I was so in love until this moment.
Yeah. But Johnny, what about the ladies or the fellas in the chat? And the ladies in the chat. Maybe the ladies want the fellas on the stream. Why are you being judgy? Judger.
Yeah, maybe we need to see Johnny with a low-cut shirt.
Oh, Johnny in a V-neck. A pink one!
A pink V-neck with his pink background. Yeah. But anyways, I just women like her just infuriate me because it ruins a man like Hamza because he seems like he has a good head on his shoulders, and that's going to ruin him. Now he's going to be distrustful in his future relationships.
Yep.
I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. Just because she's putting on her fears on that relationship, that has nothing to do with their relationship. And I like the way he talks about it because she's like, I need you to sign a post-nut, prenup, blah, 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 blah. And he goes, why are you thinking about divorce already?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Ugh.
And if this is something that you truly want to talk about, you should have done it before you went to this country to get married.
Yeah, and also, I'm sorry, but your children have different dads.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So clearly, you have problems. And we all do. We all have them. Okay.
We all have problems.
Problems choosing people sometimes. We fix it or we don't. It is a thing. But you are on your moral high horse. I love it. These women sit on their moral high horses. Oh, I got back together with my man and he's the best and you don't know what true love is and blah, blah, blah. High horse. This lady here, I've got a prenup because I'm not going to get hurt again. Blah, blah, blah. High horse. It's all fun and games until you get the horse knocked out from under you. Knock that off. You have no room. You have no leg to stand on, lady, with 2 different dads, 3 different dads.
Eric K for $5. Mark, next time you're on cam, raise one finger if we should send help, provided they're not broken. Wow. Do you think if Mark and I ever went to trial, Nick Recator would cover us?
Oh, God.
I'm joking.
Recator retired?
No, I don't know if he's still practicing law,
He is either.
but I mean, he's sharp. I was watching some of his coverage on the Depp Heard trial. It's very interesting. It's only half an hour while I was doing laundry, but yep. I don't think they will last long if they ever like. We don't know if they got married 100%.
Yeah, we haven't finished the show yet, but
I don't like her. I don't like her.
I don't like her either.
She's so selfish. She doesn't think about her partner, and she just wants him to be her slave. It feels like
Yes,
subservient to her, and it feels very entitled.
Yeah,
And
it's bad.
a relationship is both ways. So he has not asked for something crazy or wild. He just wants to love.
Yep.
So not a fan of her. And I guess
I don't like her either.
I cannot wait to talk about this. This couple is if you think hot, this is what the epitome of 90 Day Fiance is. If I thought about a certain couple, like it's like this is what I think this show should be about.
This
right?
lady,
You think
poor guy.
90 Day Fiance or just anyone who dates someone from a, country that's not as well off, and this guy who's kind of like dorky and makes okay money and just seems like a sucker. Oh, do you want to do it after this or before this?
No, after. If we have time. Yeah.
Okay, we have time. Okay, so Mike and Jimena. Mike is the first time he went down, and we saw his first time. It was like this kind of awkward, kind of slightly kind of beautiful moment. It seemed like they were in love. There was these little flashes on her part that was like, we were making out, he farted on top of me. And that was gross.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess it's kind of gross, but stuff happens. Gas flows out. It's fine, whatever. But I think there's a lot of things like, oh, what was that part? He stepped on poop and was walking around the house with poopy shoes.
Yeah, he didn't even take his shoes off. Like what?
But by the way, everyone was wearing shoes around, so that's kind of like culturally, I think. Yeah, I take off my shoes when I walk in the house. By the way,
especially if I stepped in poo.
I don't think he realized he stepped in poo.
Oh my God.
Oh, but anyways, he's kind of like this, and I feel like I'm similar to him, where you're walking and you're just straight. Whatever's ahead is what you see. Oh, wow. Stern shadow.
I can't wait to see now where this goes. We're only at episode 14, so we're not finished yet, but I'm really excited to see where this goes. We need some drama.
We need drama. One of my favorite lines from her is like, he's just so creepy. I woke up one day and he's just like staring at me. And
you know what though? I have to wonder because he is, I can't remember if he's the youngest, but he's got brothers and they're firefighters.
I think he's the youngest, and he's he's the shortest. He's
the shortest. And also if you look at him, I think he may be on the spectrum a little. I think it's undiagnosed, and I don't think it's obviously anything serious, but I think there's something here that doesn't quite, because sometimes just the way he's shaped, like his head's shaped, and then sometimes the way he'll react to stuff, and the common sense of you stepped in poo, just little things like that. I was watching this last episode, episode 14, and I'm like, it just kind of hit me maybe there's something up here that's not quite connecting, because his brothers are totally normal. They're firefighters. They funk. I don't know. There's just I don't know. I don't know.
But,
he's off to me, but
he just I feel bad for him, but because he is trying. He is trying. So when he left the first time, she told him he's messy, he's kind of dirty and stinky and all this.
So he's got no basic hygiene, but everybody else does in his family. I feel like he's on this. I feel like he's on the spectrum,
maybe,
undiagnosed. because it's not enough to make it serious. I think
he put the effort in, but obviously for her, and I've seen this with so many women, it's the ick. Once you get the ick, you can't come back from it.
You can't turn the ick off.
No, you can't turn the ick off. So she got the ick before he even left. And you could tell, like, they went on this romantic vacation, just the two of them.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, there's all these little things that he's doing that's just like, oh.
Yes. It's the little things that he's doing. And maybe he's fine in bed for somebody else, but he's not fine in bed for her. Is little things. And all these little things are going to build up over time. This is what people don't realize. Like, oh, it's just a little thing. Like, you'll say something and somebody will look at you and go, oh, it's just a little thing. Why are you so upset? Well, it's the little things that annoy you now. They're going to be so catastrophic later. Then that's where this blow up comes from with people that get divorced. It's like all these little things that you're like, you brushed off. Not always red flags, but a lot of times it's red flags, but it's not always red flags. Like, if you can't stand the way somebody chews, if you can't stand the way somebody is in bed with you and you're not comfortable enough to say what you don't like or do like or whatever, that's going to come back and bite you in the booty later. That's how cheaters happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's all a spiral. It's all a wheel. It all turns. And he kind of, I see where she's coming from. I do think she's kind of a mess, but
there's also okay. So besides the actual emotional factor between the two of them, if there ever was any, we found out a couple episodes prior that he pays for everything.
Yes.
So let me rewind. Dad, he's talking to his dad and his grandpa because he lives with his dad and his grandpa, and he goes, what's going to happen if you say no to paying for whatever? And prior to him coming down the second time, she's asking, I need liposuction and I need new breasts.
Yeah. And he said no.
He said no. Okay. So going down on the second trip, he's like, I want to get back to where we were. But it's off to a bad start. Jeremy warned me. I think she did, but she didn't do it the right way.
She's a little aggressive about it, and honestly, I don't think it like registers in his head.
No.
You know what I mean? And I don't know if that's something that's just not registering, or if that's something like he's never been told anything like that before. Like, he's never been told no, or not no, but he's never been told like, you're doing this wrong, because he's very nice. So people kind of I feel like people kind of treat him like a kid, you know, with kid gloves.
Yeah.
And because he's very nice, he's very sweet, he's very gentle, or at least he comes off that way, and very kind of naive. And so I think people treat him with kid gloves. So I don't think anybody has ever actually said, no, you're doing this wrong. This is not logical. You know what I mean? I think she's the first one to really do that. And she's Hispanic or Latina. And so, you know how their personality is, or if anybody knows Latina women, I got friends who are Latinas, they are just very in your face. They're very much like, look here. And he's kind of like, okay, sorry.
Yeah. So I guess the first thing I can remember, so he comes back down the second time to see them, and she doesn't sleep in bed with him. He sleeps in the kids' bed. She sleeps in bed with her kids. That's sign number one.
Yep.
Things are going wrong.
Yeah.
Sign number two. She goes wedding dress shopping. And says, oh, you remember this episode, right?
Yeah.
So she goes, I don't want to buy this dress until you buy me new breasts.
It doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit. And I'm just like, girl, are you actually blackmailing him right now? You legitimately are blackmailing him.
Wants boobs.
She's like, I need more opportunities to model because I think I can model. Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna blackmail him for the breast? Doing it wrong. And then at that episode, all I could think was Dad and Grandpa were right.
That's it. Social cues. That's the term I was trying to figure it out. So yeah. There's something's not clicking somewhere up there.
But it takes a while for him to get it. Yes, Corey. There's so many red flags, but those red flags he could not see past. Okay.
No, and honestly, some of them it's not necessarily on her. Like her, it's not necessarily red flags on her end. but it just I don't know. I don't know.
So I mean, the whole thing about being in bed together after you had spent the last time you were together, like in bed, like that's just
Yeah.
weird. But she's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'd rather sleep with my kids. What was the next big red flag that had come up? They he was talking to her. Oh, she had went out to party.
Oh yeah, and to get home to like 9 in the morning.
And he's like, what were you doing? All this. And I'm just like, well, this is normal in Colombia, which is, I think it's, it's fine, but it's about communication.
Mhm.
Honey, you need to work. Love you. You go home. I'll see you when I'm home. But then she treats him like crap when he wakes up the next day and is like talking about this.
Yeah, but she didn't get home till like 9 o'clock in the morning either, which I'm like, that's late. Like, even my clubbing days, the latest we got home was 6, and that was like late. That was bad.
Like, if you have kids too, like, are you coming home at 9 a.m.?
Yeah, I mean,
to take care of your kids.
Her mom, but jeez,
like, this is the biggest red flag. And tell me if I missed any. So they were having problems, and he wanted to get a friend to help kind of translate because the translator app wasn't working. So he goes on FaceTime with the friend and her, and basically she confesses to the friend that like he grosses me out. I am not in love with him anymore. I have love for him, but I'm not in love for him. Love with him. Red flag number 3.
I mean, I feel like that's forget red flag. That means the relationship is over. Like, time to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red flag number 4. The friend finally finds out Jimena has not worked a single day since she's met Mike. Mike pays for everything.
Oh no. That's crazy. I mean, I knew that he was paying for some stuff, but
yeah, paying for the rent, paying for food. He bought that new fridge for them, appliance, all this stuff for them. And it just I feel so bad. I just want to shake and be like, don't you see?
But the other thing too is we find out too that this is supposedly her first, according to her mother, this is her first serious relationship.
Oh, and then she goes and says, this is not my first serious relationship.
But the mom says that it is. So which is true? You would think that she would have told her mom, but she also has 2 kids. So that you weren't dating the gangbanger guy that you said you were dating? Was that not a relationship? I have questions.
Yes. Mike is the sugar daddy.
Run, Mike, run.
I know. So anyways, they get in a fight, and the friend's telling Mike, walk away. You need to walk away, book the hotel, come home tomorrow. And what happens? He gets back with her.
Yep.
He's dumb. And the worst, even worse, she decides to let him, like, they all sleep in the bed together, and then that night she gives him the poom poom. And then he's so happy. He's like, I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
It's a control thing. Yep.
Yeah. So she wanted to just, be like, I need you to pay for my life.
According to the mother, yes.
Yes.
I don't. That came straight from mom. So I don't know.
Yeah. And then the day after they did the poom poom, she's like, so I don't want to sleep with you until after we get married. Red flag number 6, I think we're on now.
7. She's a mess. He's a mess. Everybody's a mess. This relationship, this one here, and Gino and Jasmine, I think, are the most like dramatic.
I don't understand. I mean, and this is all about self-respect. You have to respect yourself. Yes, men will do crazy.
I mean, honestly, it's our most powerful weapon. Really, if you think about any woman that has manipulated a man, like whether it's like you're in a healthy relationship, if she does it, she's like, honey, I want to redo the kitchen, right? What's the first thing she do? Give you the pum pum.
Mark, I want to redo the kitchen. See you later tonight.
Yeah, in this case, it's to keep him for whatever reason in her web.
Literally to pay the rent.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah.
Because, like, even if he's not paying for her new body, He's paying for her to live.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. What's it called? Baby trapping?
Baby trapping. I don't know. Is there a name for it?
I think there is a name. That's not the name specifically for that. But there is a name. So they get back together. She basically tells him that. He gets upset, and then they decide they kind of work things out. He talks to the family.
He hasn't, Martin. He came out and said that. He was like, that makes me feel better, and it makes me understand her more. When her mom told him that, he was like, that makes me understand her more, and that makes me feel better because I've never had a serious, like, she's my first serious relationship too. And I was like,
yeah.
Okay. Well,
but I mean, I understand that he has to literally go to Colombia to find a serious relationship. Honesty is great. They go on a date. Honesty is great. They go on a date to go to the pool hall. And it's kind of like they look like they're kind of having fun. And then there's this one moment where she's like, don't follow me, as he's trying to teach her how to play pool, because she said, I don't know how to play pool. She's like, I got it. I know how to do this. Let me do it on my own.
You and Max are adorable, but not all of us. Hashtag not all women. God. Some of us like games when we're with somebody serious, not like this kind of games. But you know the games I'm talking about.
I think it really depends on, like Mike could probably find someone who is on his level of emotion, physical, cleanliness.
Honestly, Fieldwall, to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure he might die for her anyway.
I think so. I mean, he cannot get. I'm sorry, like physically, I don't think he can get a woman that looks like Jimena in America.
Oh no! Well, I'm gonna tell you what though. Oh yeah, not in America. No, not an American woman.
Not in America.
He could if Gino can get a Jasmine. And Jimena's, she's not like model gorgeous, but she's a cute girl. If Gino can get somebody like Jasmine, so can Mike. Like at the very least, if you're going to be disrespected by a woman, Mike, at least pick one that looks like Jasmine.
Oh my God. So okay, Capitano, I love what you're saying here, because at the end of the episode, he kind of does say that.
That's right, he did.
Yeah, he did. So at the end of their little date, she goes, how did it come up? He's like, so what are we gonna do about our like wedding and the future and all this? And she's just like, I want to break up with you. I only want to be friends if you don't have to pay my rent anymore, this and that, we're over. And he just runs away. Johnny, maybe it's because you lived in LA at that time. Just saying.
Oh, that's very true. That's very true.
Just saying.
Need to give myself time to get to know a woman. That way I can find out whether she's like that or not. People who rush into things are asking to get burned. That is hardcore all facts. And that goes on both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah. Yep. So,
so wise. Love it.
Yeah. Mike ends up calling Jimena a P word in Spanish.
P word. Unta.
Punta Cana. That
Punta,
word.
the pasta and the sauce.
Wow. Johnny. Front porch. We need to start a Women's Survivors Anonymous. Can you see how the meetings will start? Hi.
Dude, this is so sad to me. This makes me sad because I was somebody who's not like that. That hurts my heart.
It depends on what time you meet them, what age, and what mental state they're in. It's all about finding the lines, and if you align. It's hard.
And I'm sure there's like, if I were to tell my stories or say things like Johnny's saying about guys, I'm sure and Front Porch Conservative and those guys would be like, that makes me sad,
Yeah. I highly recommend everyone go to some sort of therapy in your life.
Mm-hmm. With low emotional quotient. That's such a big word for Elmo. It's almost impossible to connect on the same level. Little things that bother most people are not picked up. So right. Yeah. And that's something that I don't think he knows it, to be honest. I really don't. But there's something just not quite connecting in here.
Yeah.
Haven't we all, Dermy? Haven't we all? But that's why we all, and I say this as somebody who's going through it right now, we need to work on ourselves. Even if your therapy sessions are only like, if your work provides like 3 free therapy sessions, you go there and they can bring up things that maybe you're like, oh, I never thought of it that way. Or, oh, yep, that makes a lot of sense. Or, oh, kind of thing. So,
yeah. One thing I think that for me, like even before I knew therapy was a thing, like yoga was something that really helped me reflect and some of the things that people said in classes where you're like, breathe in, think about all the stuff that's bothering right now. And when you breathe it out, push it away because think about what's present for you. How does your body feel? What mental state are you in? Acknowledge it and just let it go because that's all you can do. And I think that's something that's pretty powerful because people can't let it go. Literally.
Time. All of us humans have hard times letting go and forgiving. And
yeah,
this is very true. We really are.
Men
But the
and
problem
women.
is all of us, and including myself, we're on like this clock and we want to find it now and find it whatever. And we don't stop and take a breath.
I think humans are not meant to be alone. So that's why we seek out companionship. And like friends are great, but the idea that family is great and all, like we will always have them, but having that certain person to confide in, to be physical with, that's something that just you can't get with anyone else. And we're built to want that because then of course biologically we want to make babies and a family and all that. So
yeah,
it kind of sucks that we're programmed that way, but we want to try to do it as healthily as possible. Andrew Matthews, I did hot yoga when I learned about how to let things go, which is probably why I'm more on the like go with the flow unless I get really upset. I think Tux only saw me upset like once or twice. It doesn't happen very often. It just
that's
takes
how Mark lost his leg. Just kidding.
Yeah, Mark had 2 legs when I met him, and then yeah.
It was a drama. I want to do goat yoga so bad.
That looks so
I wonder if they're gonna do one in Vegas. The problem is it gets hot here, like it gets really hot here, so they have to do it on certain times of year. So
okay, JS Pena, what if you don't want babies? That's okay.
Then you find a woman somewhere who either can't have them or doesn't want them. That is not me, so you can cross me off your list.
Yeah. Honestly, there's
all of the babies.
The 2 things that I think that you should always look for when you're looking for a relationship, your religious beliefs, no matter what, and babies. Yes or no?
I love these 2.
Aww.
I love this. Look at this. Our chat's so wholesome. We get spicy, but look at this love in here.
I know. What is a spicy disaster? We're definitely not a spicy disaster today.
Spicy love and spicy disaster. Oh, spicy love sounds weird. We're gonna have to figure that one out.
Yeah. Yeah. Dermy wants a family. Hi, Tugs.
Oh boy.
All right. So I guess this kind of ends our little 90-Day Fiance segment for this week. We have Chris Gore and Max.
Johnny's not really you guys, but they have a great bromance. It's the favorite.
We're going to
bromance my favorite.
We are going to finish 90-Day Fiance. I think the show either has finished or is finishing this week.
I think it's finished. We have so many episodes to catch up on. I don't even know.
Yeah, I think 3 or 4. I cannot wait for the tell-all episode, that version, where they bring all the Americans together and they're chatting about what's happening in their lives right now. Oh my god. I want to see who's still together and who is not together.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how they do it without the cute ouch.
Oh.
The cute little unnecessary. Why? Hurt. If they talk about the cute little dwarf, the Russian girl.
Alina. Yes. I forgot about her
on the show because she said the N-word.
Wow. Yeah.
That's very true. But I figured I should clarify in case there's somebody in the chat that's like, maybe I hit on that and slide in the DMs.
Oh, JS Pena sliding in says, for one meh. I still simp for you, Tugs.
Okay.
Oh, and Andrew Matthews is right. We do need
boy.
this. But I do agree with this. Elizabeth, the tell-all clips are freaking insane. I just finished watching season 3, 9 Day Fiance, where they had the Russian girl who stood up that guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I did not think she was real. I thought she's fake.
well,
Fake.
I think all of Russia is fake, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to answer this first.
Yes.
Front porch, I am going to be on Simcast this Sunday.
One of these days we're both gonna be on at the same time.
Yes. Crazy stream schedule this next weekend. Tomorrow, D&D for me. Friday Night Tights. Saturday noon, Mark's channel. 8 o'clock, I'm going to start just chatting with me for my birthday stream. And then hopefully some of the girls can join. I'm not sure about Krista because Krista is still, I don't know how she's feeling and I don't want to push her. So she's good. Then maybe we'll see. And
I'll be there.
Tugs and
I.
Yeah. And then Sunday, Dying Light and Shrimpcast. Simpcast. I can actually say Simpcast.
I'm gonna be in the chat for Simcast and annoy the ladies.
Yeah. So. No, I love that. I absolutely love that. And then before I let Tugs go on a rant, it's Chewy for $5. By the way, happy early birthday to X-Ray and be on the lookout for Houston Sports Show this weekend on the CW 39 in the Houston. Thank you, Chewy. All right, who was that person that you were going to do a Tug rant on?
Army Hammer.
What is the Army Hammer?
He's a delicious snack is what he is. And I mean that seriously. I don't mean that in the punny way. So basically, last year, oh God, what year is it? Yeah, last year, this girl came out and accused him of sexually assaulting her in 2017. And she released a bunch of screenshots of a bunch of DMs where they were kind of kinky. And they also talked about like cannibalism and how he has a cannibalism fetish and like all this. Yeah. And so he got canceled. He got fired from his management company. The Death on the Nile movie like stopped promoting him as being a part of the movie, even though he's the big star in that movie, spoilers, and all this stuff. And so I kind of forgot about it because I was like, that's weird, but okay. I kind of forgot about it. And then I was listening to one of my true crime podcasts, and I don't remember what triggered it, but they said something about something. And I thought, oh, I haven't heard from Army Hammer in a while. Like, what's going on with that case? And I fell down this entire rabbit hole. And I'm going to tell y'all what. I thought it was weird that she had screenshots of him like openly admitting that he wanted to eat her, like literally eat her, not in like the sexual way. He wanted to eat her. I am a big true crime fan. There are cannibals. Jeffrey Dahmer is the most famous one. There was two in the Russia area, in the Russia-Ukraine area back in the 80s that were pretty popular. And there was a guy that in the 90s that advertised like on an old message board. If you remember the 90s, as message boards were starting to be a thing. But he was like, this is exclusive thing. And this guy volunteered because he was suicidal. So he volunteered to be this other guy's like first taste victim. Anyway, cannibals, like true cannibals, first of all, you're not going to live to tell the tale, because if you do, that means prison. Secondly, they're not just going to open up and admit that to some girl. This girl is from Bulgaria. Her name is Effie, and she's 20 something years old. She's a big fan of his, which is how they met. She like slid in his DMs or whatever, and basically he hooked up with her while he was filming some movie or whatever. So the short version is, and you guys can dive down this rabbit hole all you want to. It's insane. What I have put together is that this girl says that her assault happened in 2017. There's video of her at the premiere of his movie Call Me by Your Name, where he was like the gay guy with Timothy Chalamet. She's at the premiere. You can see her playing as Day in the crowd. She's posted on her social media accounts how Call Me by Your Name is her favorite movie and she wants a sequel. And most recently, just actually 2 weeks ago, she did like an Ask Me on Instagram, on her Instagram stories. And she was asked like what your favorite type of dance is. And she answered with like salsa or something. And she posted a photo of her dancing, like she's twirling with some guy. And you could see his manly arm, right, twirling. But they're in a bathroom. It looks like they're in a bathroom. And the photo was taken like if the phone was propped up on the mirror and facing them as they're dancing, right? And she's like, and this may or may not be a guy that was filming Rebecca and Death on the Nile when I was visiting him or whatever. If you're a true victim of sexual assault, you are not going to watch a movie that your abuser is starring in. You're not going to go to the premiere of his movie. You're not going to post a photo of the two of you doing a salsa dance in the bathroom, and all of these things. She has fabricated most of those DMs. His attorney has come out and said this, and none of the mainstream media will say anything. She's fabricated pretty much every single one of the DMs that she posted. And you can, if you take her photos and you run, gosh, I can't think of of it now, but it's a certain technology you can run. It'll show you if a photo's been digitally altered. They've all been digitally altered. They're fake. The only real one came from his attorney, and the only newspaper that would publish it was the Daily Mail, which we know is a gossip columnist, so nobody took it seriously. They subpoenaed Facebook to run the messages between her and him on WhatsApp. And it's disgusting. It's very explicit from her to him. And it talks about how she wants him to make her bleed. She's doing certain things to make herself bleed, and she wants him so bad. Like it's what? And he just responds with, I can't, no, we can be friends, but I'm not doing that. Like that will not end well. I'm not doing it. That's the only verified message that is authentic. So this is my theory. She's a cute something 20-year-old girl who slid in his DMs, and he and his wife were having problems, and they hooked up. Maybe they had a mini affair, and he decided to break up with her, and she's pissed. He is a big victim of the Me Too movement. None of the cannibalism stuff is real. I think he probably is into a BDSM a little bit. I think that's true. And her assault is a result of her being embarrassed that she participated in BDSM, and he had the audacity to dump her. That's my conclusion. It's a huge rabbit hole. I've been spending the last couple weeks on this because I'm obsessed. And support Armie Hammer. Like, I'm done. I'm done with this girl. She pisses me off. Yeah, pisses me off. And the evidence is all there. Every time he does something on like he hasn't posted on social media in over a year, but like he just wiped his Instagram account of everything and then changed like his profile picture, and immediately she posted on her story, the trauma is real and I just don't know how I can go on. Well, stop. Like, really? But at the same time, he changed his profile photo. It's actually pretty cool. He's sitting underwater, and it's like somebody took a photo of him sitting on the floor of like a pool or something underwater. It's a pretty cool photo. And she at first was like, "Oh, the thirst is real." Like just cryptic messages right after he changed it. The girl is bananas. She's a stalker, and she is just ruining it for real victims. And that is my rant. Support Armie Hammer. None of that shit is real. And I cannot wait for his court case to be settled, and I hope he sues her for defamation. I really do, because
I hope so. That I
can't.
Ruined his relationship, probably
ruined everything. I mean, he and his wife were kind of on and off anyway, and I think right before the accusations came out from her, he and his wife had split up. Like they had officially decided to get a divorce. So there's two possibilities here. He had broken up with this girl and was like, my wife and I are getting a divorce, and I'm breaking up with you because I want to play the field because now I'm going to be single. Or he broke up with her a while ago to work on the relationship with his wife, and she lost it. And then when they announced that they were getting a divorce, or they announced that they were split up, because it's out there, they announced that they were taking a break or whatever. She was like, oh, you're going to break up with me because you wanted to be with her, but now you're going to divorce her anyway. Watch this. I think that she sent that message in between that time. And because they didn't give us a time frame on it, but I think she sent that message in between that time, and he rejected her, and it set her off. Anyway, that's that.
Be careful who you put your pee into.
Yeah. The moral of the story is, don't take an affair with a Bulgarian girl who's 22 years old.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
Hi, Mike, by the way. Cajun Rourke for 499 says, hugs for tugs. You are the best. Thank you, Corey. Yeah, I think the hard part is when you're in a position of power, no matter what, whether it's fame, money, all that, you have to be careful because you never know.
That's the guy. That's the famous one.
Wow. Who's going to come after you?
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing too. Like this is the thing. We all know that like BDSM and S&M and all that stuff, like the people that are involved in that world take it extremely seriously because it is dangerous, but they also like aren't going to put it on a billboard because it's still kind of taboo. If you think that's taboo, cannibalism is illegal in all however many countries exist in this world anymore. I don't even know. It's illegal in pretty much all of them, and it's extremely taboo. You are not going to live. You just aren't. You're not gonna live through that experience. If should you meet one and live, you're gonna go right to the cops, right? So what are these people gonna do? They're not going to let you out of the house. You're not making it out of there. Jeffrey Dahmer is a perfect example.
Tugs, answer this question. Was the dancing video and her supportive message posted before or after the alleged assault?
After.
Of course.
All of it. All of it has been after.
It sounds like
it came out last year, and supposedly the assault happened in 2017. Well, that was the date she gave. 2020, Call Me by Your Name comes out, and she's ranting about how it's her favorite movie. She wants a sequel, and she just loves it, and it's so good. I don't know about y'all, but if I got sexually assaulted by an actor, especially, or anybody, but especially, and I'm not going to watch any of his movies ever. Like, that would make me physically ill. Like, what? Anyway, and then like her supportive messages and stuff, it's all after her assault. It's all after, it's all weird. Her dancing photo that she has, and I'd have to find, somebody took a screenshot of it, but there's a whole rabbit hole. If you search hashtag Army Hammer, you can find all of it. And I've liked a couple of tweets like on my Twitter, because none of it makes any sense. If you're a true victim, which there are out there, you are not going to go plaster, my favorite movie stars my abuser. Like, no. And you're not going to post a photo. What's your favorite type of dance? Oh, here's a photo of me and my abuser.
That makes no sense.
Dancing together. Like, what? And you can't even prove it's him because it's just an arm. Like, you can't see him. There's a wall in the way. You know what I mean? So it could be anybody. So it's suspicious. And I am suspicious.
I just, when I hear that, it's either, so I kind of want to play a little devil's advocate. So it's either how you say she's looking for fame and all this, and I can see that in that perspective that you're giving it. The other thing that I maybe question is, did she have continued contact after the alleged incident into all these posts? Because
with
if
him?
yes.
I don't know. I don't know if it was continuous. I do know the message that the lawyer verified from WhatsApp, and he has all the rest of them. The only one he posted was this particular one. It was sent 2020.
Okay, so if there's continued contact, she might have this hope that it will continue this relationship. And I can see her wanting to support him for that reason. And that's the only thing I can see why she would continue support. But if after they break up and she's continuing the support, then she's just cray.
I guess we'll find out, Johnny. It's just like the whole thing is suspicious to me. You know what I mean? Like, I have police officers in my family, and the assaults like that, like, never. You can barely get women to go to court to face their abusers because
it's
traumatizes them that much to just think about seeing them again, let alone sitting through a 2-hour movie where, by the way, if you've never seen Call Me by Your Name, it's pretty risque. It's
it's probably get triggered.
Shirtless, they have sex, they make out, they all this stuff. I mean, it's a gay movie, but you know what I mean? Like, it's a pretty adult film, like, without being a prawn. It's that way. And so you're especially not going to watch that. Like, even if you mustered the courage to go see it because it looks good to you, because that's your type of movie, the minute he took his shirt off or the minute he pushed him up against the wall to start making out with him, you'd be like, you know what I mean? Like, none of it makes sense.
Yeah, no, I agree on that point. So, I'm leaning against the stuff that's being told here. She's
you're gonna have to go rewind it because it's pretty epic. Support Army Hammer.
So I guess that was your Tugs rant for the night.
Yeah.
Dang.
We'll find out what I can rant about tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think he's hi. Hello. I think he is, Andrew. I think he's into that like S&M thing a little bit, which is fine. Did you exit yourself? You're so
I accidentally pressed the back on my mouse by
whoops.
Oopsies.
I'm here. It's okay. But yeah. But there are people like they always make those jokes and it makes my eye twitch because I'm like, if he was a real one, none of us would be here to talk about it.
Yeah, you would never
Listen to
know.
true crime, people. Listen to more true crime,
You
please.
never freaking know. What are you starting here, Johnny? Start a
They're
duel?
starting a duel. I don't know. Johnny was supposed to give some cows. I have no idea what's going on.
Are we doing a dowry? For who?
I think so.
I would like 4 cows for Tugs, please and thank you. Yeah. Oh my god. I don't know if I could ever do an as quality rant.
I love Az's rants. I think my favorite Az rants are all of them because of his accent.
Yeah, honestly. Oh my god, Jay Schwalbach!
Well, I'm with you on there, Elizabeth. Now, look, I'm here for you. I completely understand. But like with the Amber Turd situation, you know, there's a line, right? Although I don't like Johnny Depp either, but that's a whole nother rant. Maybe we'll do that rant tomorrow. Can't stand that guy.
Ooh, we can talk about well, I need to learn more about this awful thing that's happening. I'm watching the trial sort of through Ricada's stream. Very entertaining. He's very good. He's very good.
People tend to forget, look, I'm old. And not that old, but I'm a little old. And people tend to forget that the number one suspect in River Phoenix's death in the 90s at the nightclub that Johnny Depp owned was Johnny Depp. Because he dragged the body out and River wasn't even dead yet. They dragged River Phoenix out of the nightclub and let him die on the sidewalk so that Johnny's club wouldn't get closed. Because they knew that if River died in the bathroom, they would close the nightclub while they did their investigation. So they dragged him outside. Johnny Depp is no angel, and she's not an angel either. She's a terrible person. They're both terrible people. Here, the video she took of him smashing glasses, calling her names, whatever, those are real too. And I think people are forgetting that. Like, they both need to be punished however is seen fit for both. He's not a good person either. So there's like this weird, like everybody's taking his side, but the videos she took of him were real too. Like, she didn't fabricate that stuff. That's who he is. And it's not the first time that stuff like that has been leaked about him over the last 30 years of his career. He's not, just because he dresses up like Jack Sparrow and plays with the kids in the hospital doesn't make him a good person. You know, anyway.
No,
I agree. In half. I'm done. Sorry.
Okay, JS Schwalbach for 5126. Thank you. Oh my gosh, just wanted to support. Thank you. Go buy a nice pair of shoes or something. Still trying to get my daughter to watch. Let you know how it's going. Hail. Thank you. Hail JS Schwalbach.
Thank you so much. And I hope she does watch and I hope she likes it. Although we do tend to rant a little bit. I say
a lot. But I think like this is good stuff to know if you're open to learning. Because just and I'm going to become my mother right now. Listening to your elders' experience, and maybe if it's not your parents, you might, learn something. So, whether it be some of the crazy stuff we talk about from shows or real life,
They're fighting for my hand in marriage, apparently. Exactly. And I think people are forgetting that. Like, everybody is on Team Johnny, but it's like,
I think in the terms of what's happening in the court case, I think that makes sense.
Well, they've been Team Johnny over this for the whole time, like even before the court case. So when everything started to come out, like the truth started to come out, people were still like Team Johnny, blah, blah, blah. This is what happens. I said this earlier, when you get two very toxic people who have not healed, who have not tried to change themselves, who have not grown, whatever, and you put them together, it explodes. And this is like the perfect example of taking two terrible, not saying that they were born that way, terrible, but their life experiences, their traumas, their whatevers make them very toxic. You put two toxic people together and it's just a wave of crap, literally in this case, but in general as well.
And this is why I say a relationship, you can fall in love with anybody. It's how you go through your conflicts. And if you're both toxic and you cannot go through those conflicts, yes, I wonder.
You want to hear some dirt about Johnny Depp? Go look up the whole Winona Ryder situation. For those of you who are younger, for those of you who are older like me, we remember it. He is anyway. So they both, as far as I'm concerned, they both can go to prison and rot in hell. As far as I'm concerned.
Johnny says never trust a Johnny with an H. Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry. Front Porch Conservative for $4.99 says, Mark, you are not forgotten, bro. I think he's asleep right now, so he's forgotten about everything else.
I started yelling, so if he was listening to the stream, he's now awake. You're welcome. X-Ray Girl's got to go get that kitchen cleaned. You know what I mean?
Yes. So
Go get the kitty glued. One of these days, we're gonna get a baby cyborg. So
one day. I mean, I have 2 puppies. They're kind of cute.
you did that
Oh,
birthday.
wow. And JS Pena sneaking it in. It's gonna be hard for me to let go of Johnny.
I think it's gonna be hard for a lot of people to let it, but it sucks, you know. It's hard to let go of a lot of these people that we've all grown up with watching in movies, and you know, there's been several actors that I know, for me personally, that have gotten me through a lot as a kid, and you know, their movies and stuff, and to find out just that they're just these awful. It sucks. It sucks, and I hear you. I understand.
But like who they are in the movie is not who they are in real life.
Yes, and that's, you know, that's been the mask, is who they really truly are, and that's starting to fall for a lot of them the last couple of years.
And I mean, at least with Johnny, in perspective to Johnny Depp, I know he's been doing a lot more kid stuff, more kid friendly stuff, so it kind of seems like he's more intuitive in that sense. But is he really? You only see like literally 0.5% of who he is. It's not who he is in the show.
Yep.
It's just an idea. And I mean, Johnny Depp, I've heard he doesn't actually practice his lines. He wears a headphone and
I've heard that too.
So,
and he's also played the same role for the last however many years, that whole drunken, eccentric,
which is probably what he is in real life.
Yeah, right.
Yep. Oh, Mark is here. Can you throw my uniform in the dryer? I thought you did that already, Mark.
Oh my god, so sad.
I have to do his laundry. Wow.
You signed up for that when you got married.
No, he put the laundry in at 5 p.m. today. So the fact that he hasn't flipped it over yet.
That is so many hours ago.
I know. It's like 11. It's been 5 hours, bruh.
Your uniform is going to be like stiff.
All right. So maybe we can do a deep dive into that when Chris Gore is on. We'll see.
Oh, I'm
or
sure
maybe we'll talk about this with MVP prior to.
Yeah. MVP-ness.
Oh my god. Why are we talking about that?
I'm ready. Where did he's not watching, but
that even come? That is so funny. Chat, you've been awesome. Thank you. You guys really do make this so much more fun. Oh wow.
Oh my god.
Why do you have to say it like that?
Why are you looking like that?
All right, Mark, I'm never going to use my finger and make you come on Elden Ring again. There we go. Sorry, it's an Elden Ring reference.
No more furled fingers for you.
No more for Mark. He usually requires 3 at least, so.
Oh my god.
Anyways, you guys have been awesome. Love you. I'm Expert Girl, Twitch. Follow myself and Tugs on Twitch, and we'll be around.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm looking for our little outro music. Love you guys. Have a very good night. Bye.